for me, UK rap and drill and shit is an all time bloody low. I mean, when I first got introduced to sort of rap, it was all X and stuff, and it was always American. But I did go through a period of really liking Hardy Caprio. I do still like him, and I think he's probably one of the better UK ones, along with Dave. There's not many others, and the fact that KSI has done the sort of songs he's done is fair play. Like, I mean, the song with Anne Marie's dead catchy and sort of, yeah, it's poppy, like, but I don't really mind that sort of thing. I think the one with Polo G and Youngblood's definitely one of the better ones, and I actually surprisingly like the one with Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, and Lil Pump fell off 3 years ago, but they were both decent on the song, and so was KSI. But yeah, he's definitely come into the market and sort of, you know, he's picked a hole and sort of gone in there, and he's charting basically every song. So fair play to him.
Yeah, and there really isn't many UK artists doing the American style. Like, I agree with you that, I mean, I've never really followed or been into UK rap very much, so I shouldn't comment on it too much because I don't know like what's doing well. I don't know who's in the scene, but I can say that the only person that I've ever really liked is Dave. And, you know, I was going to say that. That's the only guy I've really ever liked. Like, I love his, like, deep emotional side as well. And he can rap about some really, like, important topics. But, like, yeah, as I said, emotional topics. And he's very amazing at getting his wording across. And he's almost like, he reminds me of, like, a poet that has transformed that into rap music. So I madly respect that, and I think his lyric ability is incredible. But also he can release some really hard bangers. Like when I had my playlist on shuffle the other day, like Streatham came up from his last project, and like that is just such a hard track, and it's very UK based style, but I love it. And he's like the only sort of UK artist that I really like, and I don't know why. I just think he's the only one that like really stands out to me, and the only one that I listen to and go like, oh fucking hell, he's just class. Whereas a lot of the others, I'm like, oh, it's just a bit shit, innit?
Yeah, I think Dave's very good. He's definitely the best in the UK game by a mile, just purely because of the songs he sort of does. And I sort of think he hits everyone in the fields, not just, you know, it's not just you and me. It's definitely millions of other people. So he's top tier UK. Doesn't, you know, he's sort of carrying it by himself in my, like, I know a little bit about who's sort of in the scene now, but they're all shit. So keep going, Dave.
yeah. He's definitely carrying it forward in my opinion. But as I said, I'm not involved in it, and I think in general it's like it's really not very big, is it? Like, we don't really. I think the other thing that they do that's the issue, and again, I probably shouldn't comment too much because I don't know, but from what I've seen anyway, they either don't release as much as the American lot, or when they do release, it's just not publicised as much, because I never hear anything about like new music. I hear the odd single, but I never hear like, oh, this person's got this new project out. It's not sort of like pushed as much, if you know what I mean. Whereas we're over here in the UK, and we're getting pushed to the American music and the American sort of agenda of that style way more, which is mental when you think that we're actually in the UK and feel like we don't know what's going on in the scene, or I don't anyway.
Well, there can be, you know, 2 or 3 reasons as to why US music does massive in the US, but it also gets big over here, which is one, you know, like you say, promotion and sort of teasing it and getting it out there. I think they do that a lot better. And also just the quality of it. Like, if people liked, you know, UK grime, people would listen to it more because they like it. But, you know, you always get UK people going, oh, US rap's not very good. But it's like, well, everyone's listening to it, so if it isn't very good, why is it doing so well? Like, it's the classic, you know, saying of, oh, you listen to stuff that gets in the charts, blah, blah, blah. The reason it's in the charts is because people are listening to it and people like it. Like, just because you don't like something, it doesn't mean 50 million other people aren't going to like it.
Yeah, I think it's very easy to fall into that category of being one of them people that's like, oh yeah, that's just so shitty, basic chart music. Oh, you want to be listening to this random geezer that I've seen 2 streets down the road who's making this UK music. He's the real deal. It's like, yeah, okay, you can have your niche sort of listens, but obviously people are going to listen to what's popping because one, it's what's getting pushed, and also there's a reason why it's there, like you said, and that is because they're doing a good job and they're getting in front of people because their music's good. And there's obviously exceptions to the rule, and there's obviously people where you listen to and you go, what is this shit? But again, that's all personal preference, and there's going to be a lot of other people out there that are enjoying it and listening to it, and that just goes to show that, yeah, everyone's style is so different and everyone wants different things, and we happen to want all the American style, but as I said, there's a big cult fan base for the UK stuff over here. And it can be a bit of a rivalry. They can sort of say, oh, why'd you listen to that? US rap's crap, UK is so much better, so much harder. And it's like, okay, well, if you listen to this artist, if you listen to this artist, you listen to this artist, because I guarantee them UK ones that you're listening to have all been inspired by these the US lot. So, you know, I'm all for them, and I'm always behind them. But equally, you know, there is some great players in there, like we've said about Dave and stuff. So they've definitely got their own talent in their own lane. That's for sure. It's just, in my opinion, there's a lot less of them that stand out, and the majority of them don't do the best music, from what I've heard.